Welcome back, everybody. Today I want to talk about one of the things that changed my life the most. I've got a few things that I can look back and say that have had a huge impact from the life I was living to the life I'm living now to the life that we're building for the future. And one of those things is taking complete ownership of everything in my life, from the way that I interact with people, from the way that people interact towards me, from the financial decisions to things that you think are out of your control, just taking ownership of everything. So if you're having a conversation with somebody and they take something, what you feel is the wrong way, and they get upset about it, I used to think, well, that's their fault. They took what I said the wrong way. Well, now the way I view that is, that's my fault. I clearly didn't communicate to them in an effective manner for them to understand what I was trying to portray. And sometimes we have to look back and see, okay, well, if I'm trying to get this point across, I need to, change either the tone that it's coming with or change some of the information that's coming across with it so that it gets received in the way that you're intending it to. I've kind of gone through my whole life where if I say something and somebody's upset, then it's too bad, their fault, get over it. That's not how I view it anymore, and my communications with people have gotten far better with making that shift. I'm not perfect. I still nobody's perfect, and I still struggle with it at times, and I'm sure I will for the rest of my life. But I'm going to continue to keep working on that because I forget who said it, but the quality of our communications is the quality of our life. Kind of, if you think about it, what it breaks down to. For an example of taking ownership of something in my business and not just communications, if I ask somebody to do something, I need to get this done, and they don't execute it the way that I had hoped or I had intended. Again, I used to say, well, why'd you do that? Why? That's not how it's supposed to be done, and I would put the blame on that person for not doing the way that I wanted them to do it, or not getting it done in the right amount of time or something. It was just easy. Your fault, not mine, take care of it. Well, also wrong, horribly wrong. Now I look at that as I clearly didn't either portray the importance of it being done by a given deadline, or I didn't communicate effectively in how I want it to be done, or what I envision for the completed project to be. That comes back to me, and this goes back to communication. Being clear and explaining your vision to people that you're working with, and explaining why things are important or why we do things the way that we do. You can't just assume that people are going to understand what is bottled up inside of your head if you don't convey that information. So you can't fault people for that. You only fault yourself. So taking ownership when things go wrong does more than just build better relationships. It actually gives you more control over your life, in my opinion at least. When you are giving the responsibility to others, if they do something wrong, that it's their fault and it's out of your control, you have this feeling that you're living a life you're not in control. You're at the mercy and the will of other people. As soon as you take that power away from other people and you bring that ownership into yourself, now you inside feel like, okay, I'm in control of my life. I'm in control of the life I live. I'm in control of the outcomes. And it gives you just this calming feeling, at least it does for me, to know that nobody else has the power to make my life miserable. Nobody has the power to make my life happy. That's solely within me. So taking ownership of your life as a whole, and again, these are all my opinions. You guys could think it's malarkey or hoo-ha or whatever. That's fine. If one person finds value in this video, then well worth the time to shoot it and explain where my mind is at. I want to live a happy life, and I want to live a life that has meaning, and a life that will impact other people. And from what I can tell, the shift that I've made in the last several years with taking ownership of all aspects of my life is pushing me in that direction faster than I could have ever imagined. So, number one thing I could recommend, grab the book Extreme Ownership by Jocko, and I'm going to mispronounce his name, I'm sorry, Jocko Willink and Leif Babin. Phenomenal book. That's actually the book that got me to start focusing a lot of my energy on taking ownership of all the aspects of my life. Get that book. I recommend it on audiobook. It could be Audible, against not a sponsored video or anything like that. And the reason I say that is they narrate the story themselves, and their narration is phenomenal. The text version would be powerful as well, but I think that an audiobook is it just really hits home. So I hope you guys have found value in this video, and do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you later.